Coach Joe Shawhan with our Coach's Corner, brought to you by Fine Line Tire in Hancock, Fine Line Tire Express in Houghton, where we serve you the guest. We'll get to our 3 stars in just a moment. And a 3-0 final here tonight with an empty net goal, Lake Superior State over Michigan Tech. And, Coach, we talked pretty much from the halfway through the second period on. It was really somewhat of a dominating performance by Michigan Tech, and I thought we played well here tonight. What are your thoughts, Coach, on this one?
Well, I think you know what I'm gonna say. We didn't come out. I think we all, to a man, went back to our first series against Bemidji. I think we'd have to agree with that. Like with the guys that struggled with the puck, we generated. You had to horsewhip them a little bit to start competing. We didn't compete at all in the first period. We were going to be a skill game, and we realized slow and skill, we don't match up with anybody really. So it was, it was the concern that we had. But I think, I could go right down and point out with guys what they didn't do. Moser looked like he was back to the beginning of the year again. He didn't have that fluidness to him, wasn't seeing the ice, was chopping it up a little bit. Topi was fanning on pucks. The soft guys were soft. We didn't get anything out of Arvid's line, nothing, no offense out of that line. And I thought that I thought Logan Piedla started getting it going in the second, like you said. And really what happened is we started getting some hockey out of Bronte's line with Nardella, and Nardella still has to compete a lot harder. And then we started getting some shifts out of Logan Piedla's line in the second half of the game, but showed up on our power play for sure. And you're seeing Lake State, who I think is, I'd love to. It'd be fun to coach those big guys with that skill. You know what I mean? And I enjoy coaching our team, but you saw them moving the puck around the power play, and we gave them the first goal. Turnover and no coverage on the back door, and gave him the second goal with 2 bad penalties and a 5-on-3, and then gave him the third goal with the turnover for the empty net. So we'll try to put it together, and we'll get a good game. I'm sure I'm going to play tomorrow. We'll change goaltenders. We'll give Max the game tomorrow night. We want to get him in a game this weekend anyways. So it's not anything that Blake did poorly, but that was our plan going in. We had already told Max that we were going to try to get him a game in there this weekend, but we have to play with that compete, that purpose all the time, or we're not very good.
Mm-hmm.
The looks we got at the net, we had golden looks at the net.
Yeah, like a half dozen half.
And I had 12. Well, empty nets. You're saying
half empty nets. Yeah,
half dozen of those, and I had 12. I counted 12 and I stopped counting. I think we had a couple in the last 5 minutes as well, but we did hit a goal post in the last 5. So I was marked down 12 that we just flat out missed the net on.
Mm-hmm. Or,
like Tristan at there, he's got the puck with the goalie out right in the wheelhouse, and he's a goal scorer, and put a floater right into the goalie's breadbasket. So you have to bring that intensity all the time, and if you don't, we're just, if we don't work hard, we have what happened in the first half of the game. And then we start working hard, and then you're chasing the skill, and then you're chasing the game a little bit. So it's got to all come together, and we'll try to, we'll get back at it tomorrow. I'm happy with the way the guys played, the effort they put in the last half.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just fought the puck. There was nothing you could see. It just wasn't fluid. It just wasn't a fluid defense. It's tough to play anybody, especially on the road, without having, with the experience we have, let's say, back there on defense as well, But they got better. They started moving the puck. They started ending the play. Lake State had very little time in our zone the whole night. So, we'll continue to try to work from it. But we chased the game the entire night. We didn't give ourselves a chance from the start, I didn't think.
And you've already talked about this, but I wanted to reiterate just how impressed I was on the way that the puck wasn't lying flat here tonight for us, but we found ways to keep the puck and play alive, especially at the end here, to give us a chance.
Yeah, it was horsewhipping them though. I everything that we wanted to do, we weren't doing. We were extremely easy to play against at the start of the game. We took the puck right to the outside and gave the puck right to them, and there was nothing. We'd have 2 guys. We'd have a guy with the puck skating right at a guy waiting for a pass, and they'd be 8 feet apart, and one guy's hitting one guy, then goes and hits the other guy. It just, the mental side of it. There's just something that when our guys, when they really are attentive to the game and focused and involved, they're pretty good hockey team. Hard to play against, and pretty good hockey team. And then we get our goals mucky. We muck our goals out. Like before, a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we would have scored 1 or 2 of those shots that we wide open nets. We would have scored 1 or 2 of them. But today we missed the net by 2 feet on all of them, right on top of the goaltender, and tried to make passes we shouldn't make. So again, it's trying to help hockey players become hockey players. Little step backwards, but I said, we talked about it in the show, my concern was really good hockey players will benefit from a little bit of a rest. You know what I mean? They'll benefit from a little bit of a rest. And I'm not saying we have bad hockey players, but I'm saying really like top level, top tier, professional caliber hockey players will benefit from that. But when you're not that way, and when you're really always looking to take the foot off the gas pedal and tune out, you don't have that foundation to go back to, and we didn't have the foundation to go back to. So we kind of, like I said, we horsewhipped them and told them that we're getting outskilled, and we're not going to outskill Lake State. We're not going to outskill anybody. We're not going to outskill St. Thomas. We returned the fewest goals in our league.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to. The fact that we have 10 wins is alarming. You know what I mean? Like we have 10 wins. That should be a last place finish. It always is. You've returned the fewest goals in the league, but the guys have found a way. But tonight, we took a step backwards, and we'll try to regain it tomorrow and see if we can't. I know there's some guys in there that feel bad, and when we look at scoring chances and things and get some video in them, they'll take it one way or they'll take it another way. You know what I mean? We'll see if we can grow from it.
Thanks, Coach, for your time.
Great,
Good luck
thanks.
tomorrow night.